Ah, New Year's. The time for resolutions, new gym membership, and promising yourself that this will be the year that you finally start drinking more water. But did you know that by the time February rolls around, about 80% of people will break their New Year's resolutions? Chances are you'll be one of them. Come February, your gym clothes will be gathering dust in the closet, you'll be drinking less water than ever, and your health may even have taken a downward spiral. You might feel bad about yourself, like you failed. But guess what? Maybe you were just uninspired. That's right, many of us abandon our New Year's resolutions because they're just not inspiring enough. Listen closely, because this year is going to be different. I'm going to share some of the biggest trends that will transform your health, and the results will make you stick with them. Number 1. Ashwagandha. Originally from parts of Asia and Africa, ashwagandha is a shrub that has been used for thousands of years for its health benefits. Now it's accessible to most people in capsule form with a simple trip to your local health food market or through a click of a button online. The benefits of this herb are vast. Most notably, it's thought to be an incredibly useful way to reduce stress and anxiety. One study, for instance, published in the peer-reviewed journal Curus, tested the effects of ashwagandha on a group of 58 people. They divided participants up into 2 groups, one that took ashwagandha extract and one that took a placebo. What they found was pretty remarkable. After 8 weeks, the group who took ashwagandha reported feeling significantly less stress. What's more, they had significantly lower levels of cortisol, the hormone responsible for stress, than those who took a placebo pill. Although I should note that the study was small and there's more research that needs to be done in this area, these preliminary results are hugely promising. But there's more to the story. Listen to the other potential benefits of ashwagandha, as outlined by board-certified MD Dr. Megan.
One study found increased muscle mass, strength, and decreased body fat in resistance training novices. One study found that when taken for 60 days, twice a day, subjects had decreased stress assessments and cortisol levels. Another study found that it improved certain measures of memory and cognition in bipolar patients. There was one open-label study that found decreased fatigue when it was given as an add-on therapy to patients that were receiving chemotherapy. One case study suggested that ashwagandha may increase thyroid hormone levels in humans as well.
Sounds pretty great, right? However, a word of caution. Some people may experience side effects like low blood pressure or high blood sugar with ashwagandha, so it's best to check with your doctor before forging ahead. Number 2. Gut health. When you think of Silicon Valley, what comes to mind? If you're like most people, you probably think of big tech companies like Apple or PayPal. But given some time, you might start equating it with gut health supplements instead. Let me explain. The latest trend in Silicon Valley isn't a fancy new app. It's a probiotic pill. In fact, venture capitalists are now pouring their millions into companies cranking out the latest in probiotic science. And by millions, I mean millions. In 2021 alone, there was $488 million invested in probiotic companies by venture capitalists. That's 5 times the amount in 2016. But this isn't just any old trend, it's backed by science. In fact, many scientists believe that your gut health is the key to full body well-being. Don't believe me? Listen to what board-certified doctor and anti-aging expert Dr. Young has to say about this.
Doctors and scientists are learning that the health of our gut is one of the most important things when you look at the health of your overall body and even your appearance. And it's the microbiome, those trillions of bacteria that colonize the inside of our gut, that truly holds the key. The health of our gut microbiome can exert major effects on so many parts of our body.
What are these full body effects? As Dr. Young goes on to say, studies have shown that probiotics can help you lose weight, aid in digestion, and even improve inflammatory skin diseases like eczema, rosacea, and acne. If you stay on top of this trend, you'll soon reap the rewards. Silicon Valley startups are creating probiotics that are designed to work with your specific gut microbiome. In other words, These are probiotics that are personalised for you and presumably will be far more effective as a result. Number 3, Mediterranean diet. There's one diet that scientists rank superior to all the others. And no, it's not some super restrictive, bizarre diet that only allows you to eat a few different types of food. In fact, the Mediterranean diet includes a host of delicious foods like fruits, vegetables, beans, nuts, olive oil, and even, get this, small amounts of red wine. It's been shown to aid in weight loss, improve your brain health, reduce your risk of developing certain cancers, prevent diabetes, reduce your risk of developing certain chronic diseases, and more. It may even help you live longer. But don't take it from me, listen to what the experts have to say. This is Dr. Meredith Warner, a board-certified surgeon and a huge advocate for the Mediterranean diet for her patients.
So it's been proven to be effective in treating cardiovascular disease, reducing the incidence of cancer, reducing the incidence of depression. Obviously, it reduces obesity. It's even been shown to help with asthma, cognitive decline, diabetes, erectile dysfunction.
How does this one diet do all this? Well, as Dr. Warner goes on to discuss, the Mediterranean diet is high in omega-3 fatty acids. These fatty acids are particularly useful in reducing inflammation throughout your body and lead to the full body health effects that you see. And while this diet has gained steam in recent years, it's been studied for over 50 years on thousands and thousands of people. In other words, its effectiveness has been well established, and my best guess is it'll do wonders for you too. Number 4, fasting. Chances are you've heard of intermittent fasting. Maybe you've given it a go yourself, or perhaps you know someone else who's tried it. If you haven't heard of it, not to worry. Let me explain it in a nutshell. Intermittent fasting is simply alternating between fasting and eating. For instance, you might decide to only eat within an 8-hour window, from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. every day. In this case, you eat within an 8-hour time period and fast for the other 16 hours of the day. Intermittent fasting has gained traction for good reason. It's been shown to have positive health effects. The Mayo Clinic, for example, says that intermittent fasting has been shown to aid in weight loss, and some studies suggest that it can help reduce inflammation and thereby improve conditions like Alzheimer's, multiple sclerosis, asthma, and arthritis. But it can be hard to stick to an intermittent fasting schedule, and even more difficult to figure out which schedule is right for you. If you don't do it right, you might wind up tired, cranky, nauseous, and dizzy. Luckily, there are apps out there that can help you. WeFast is one of these. This app can help you follow eating and fasting times, track your weight loss, and even find healthy recipes. Plus, it provides you encouragement and motivation along the way. In other words, it acts as your accountability partner. So if you find yourself reaching for a bag of chips at 10 at night, WeFast will be there to help you get back on track and reap all the benefits that intermittent fasting has to offer. We'll put a link to download in the description to learn more about this and the other items mentioned in this video. Number 5, sober curious. Many people vow each year to do a dry January, or, in other words, to abstain from alcohol. However, like most New Year's resolutions, many people aren't successful at sticking to this because they've told themselves that they can't drink. Each opportunity to drink becomes more and more tempting as a result. If you're one of these people, you may want to think about trying something else, being sober curious. I know, what on earth is sober curious? Is this some new age mumbo-jumbo? Not at all. Instead of promising to give up alcohol, maybe without even a clear reason as to why you're giving it up, this technique just asks you to practice mindfulness around alcohol. For instance, if you notice that you're drinking when you're at a party and don't know anyone there, you might come to realize that you're using alcohol as a crutch for your social anxiety. Or if you're drinking whenever you're alone or feeling down, you might be using it as a numbing agent. On the other hand, maybe you notice that you drink because you enjoy the taste of a good glass of wine, but you always wake up with a headache the next day and just don't feel like yourself. By drawing your awareness to these things, you end up identifying the effect alcohol has on you and what deeper things it may be covering up. There are also major health benefits that come along with giving up or reducing the amount of alcohol you're consuming. According to Dr. Andrew Huberman, a neuroscientist at Stanford University School of Medicine, when you drink alcohol, or ethanol, your body converts it to what's called acetaldehyde. Acetaldehyde is poisonous and will kill your body's cells. So, to prevent cellular destruction, your body takes that acetaldehyde and converts it into a molecule called acetate. The problem, though, results when your body can't convert it fast enough. Listen to what Dr. Huberman says.
What that means is that if your body can't do this conversion of ethanol to acetaldehyde to acetate fast enough, well, acetaldehyde will build up in your body and cause more damage.
Whether you want to give up alcohol for health or other reasons, being sober curious is a great place to start. Number 6. Lion's mane mushrooms. These aren't your regular old mushrooms that you might find chopped up on a pizza or thrown in a fajita. I'm talking about la crème de la crème of all mushrooms, lion's mane mushrooms. These mushrooms may look strange, but they might just be the secret to supreme health. That's because they have strong anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties, and as a result, may help you fight off numerous diseases. Studies have shown, for instance, that lion's mane mushrooms may prevent cognitive decline, reduce anxiety and depression, lower your risk of developing heart disease, and more. So, how does this work? Let's let New Zealand doctor Dr. Brad Stanfield explain.
Within our bodies, there's a thing called nerve growth factor, which is essential for the health of our nerves and brain. And the single-cell data shows that if you give lion's mane, it seems to encourage nerve growth factor and therefore encourage the regrowth of nerves.
While these results and others are promising, a word of caution. Studies are still being conducted on lion's mane, and it may cause unwanted symptoms in some people. So, be sure to check with your doctor about taking lion's mane before starting. Number 7. Purple and red foods. Before you get ahead of yourself, let me make myself clear. I'm not talking about a bag of Twizzlers or a bowl of Swedish fish. I'm talking about purple and red fruits and vegetables. What about the other colours? Well, they're great too, but purple and red foods are particularly great at fighting chronic inflammation, which is the root cause of many diseases. MD and founder of the Ultra Wellness Centre, Dr. Mark Hyman, talks about the effects of chronic inflammation on your body.
The kind that we're talking about is the kind that's bad and that leads to almost every known disease of aging. Heart disease, cancer, diabetes, Alzheimer's, not to mention things like ADD, depression, obviously autoimmune disease, obviously allergies, asthma, all sorts of gut issues. All these problems are caused by inflammation.
As you can see, chronic inflammation can have a profoundly negative effect on your body, and eating the right foods, those purple and red fruits and vegetables, can offset these effects. So ring in the new year with a giant plate of raspberries, strawberries, beets and purple carrots. I can guarantee your body will thank you.